The Fever, as you mentioned, took on Brazil back in Iowa. Caitlin's logo shot. I mean, she outdid she logoed the logo. Now they got to put a new logo down.
When Sue Bird speaks, the basketball world stops. And this time, she didn't hold back. She praised Caitlin Clark in a way that's never been seen before. But what exactly did Sue Bird say? And why is everyone calling it a passing of the torch moment? Stick around, because you're about to find out why this moment is rewriting WNBA history.
That takes us to Indiana, which I think everyone agrees right now has gone from, a team that made the playoffs last year, lost in the first round. They were building all these young pieces, of course, Caitlin Clark, to now an immediate contender with all the moves that they've made.
Sue Bird, a 4-time WNBA champion and 5-time Olympic gold medalist, has seen it all. Her game was so precise, it made geometry jealous. So when she says something about a young player, it's never just flattery. It's prophecy.
So does everybody else. The ratings for this game were 1.28 million. The game was on ESPN. It peaked at 1.6, and she only played like 18 minutes. Wow. So the Caitlin Clark effect is back.
During the Indiana Fever's exhibition against Brazil, Caitlin Clark drilled a logo three-pointer that had everyone buzzing. But it was Sue Bird's reaction that broke the internet. She didn't just cheer. She practically penned a love letter to Caitlin's game.
Caitlin Clark on the Olympic team?
Right now?
No. I'm going to guess she'll probably be on the next Olympic team. Just guessing.
I mean, TBD. We got 3 years.
Sue Bird's words are never casual. When she praises a player, it's like Da Vinci admiring a new painter or Serena Williams nodding at a backhand. Her stamp of approval says, "This isn't hype. This is real." And for Caitlin Clark, that means she's no longer just a rookie. She's a future legend in the making.
Seeing her play since the fall. I'm sure everybody was hype. I mean, we tuned in.
Yeah.
Everybody was hype. So that was really great to see. And then, of course, there was an adorable moment where basically all the Brazilian players were asking for her autograph and trying to take pictures. There's also a really cute moment where I think in their shoot around, they tried to hit a shot from that logo.
Bird's praise is more than a highlight. It's a declaration, a passing of the torch. And that's why fans and even players are calling this a historic moment. Because in a league always hungry for new faces, Caitlin Clark isn't just the future, she's the now.
Pace. And what I see in Caitlin when continuing to impress and she's going to break records nonstop for the next couple of years. Yeah. It's just going to be a constant record break. Yeah.
The response was immediate. Fans, former legends, even media giants, everyone took notice. Bird's words turned into a rallying cry for Clark's future. Social media lit up like wildfire, with hashtags like #ClarkEffect trending once again.
Do the thing that she knows everyone wants her to do.
She knows what the people
She broke the record making that shot to begin with. There's just like a certain star quality and like star power there. But it takes you being confident enough, willing enough to be like, oh, no. I know what you want. Come here. I'm going to give it to you. I loved it so much. I just think it's great. I love when athletes have that, bring the cameras right over here.
Well,
it's so fun.
I mean, I couldn't agree more. She knows it. And so
Sue Bird isn't just another retired star. She's a symbol of everything great about the game. Her resume? Legendary. Her precision on the court? Unmatched. And her word? A final stamp of authenticity that even casual fans can't ignore.
What I find most interesting is at the start of the season, everybody had their panties in a twist over Caitlin getting picked up full court and Caitlin being denied. And I think what I'm not surprised by is naturally during a WNBA season, teams and players, you start to get a little tired. You're kind of in the doldrums of the every day or every other day is a game. And it's hard to keep that discipline to guard a player like that.
For Caitlin Clark, this moment is more than a highlight reel. It's a validation of everything she's worked for. From Iowa's gym floors to the biggest WNBA stage, Clark is proving she's not just here for the hype. She's here to change the game itself.
I think is the one that for most people took it to another level. So now you're like, oh, they're a contender. Now the expectations have changed. I'm sure the way they're approaching the season has changed.
So, what comes next? Bird's praise isn't just an endorsement, it's a challenge. The world is watching. Can Caitlin live up to the hype? Can she lead the Fever to a championship and etch her name in history? The stage is set, and the only thing left is for Clark to write her next chapter.
I'm not surprised it dropped off, but oh, what do you know? She's no longer getting picked up full court in the ways that we teased Ari McDonald for when she did it after a free throw when she still had another free throw. But what you're seeing is Caitlin now is able to push the ball up the floor. She's able to hit those get-ahead passes.
Yeah.
And so I won't be surprised if as the season gets later into playoff runs, if you start to see teams do more, and you're definitely going to see them.
If you're as excited as we are about Caitlin Clark's rise, hit that like button and subscribe for more exclusive WNBA coverage. Drop a comment below. Does Sue Bird's praise make Clark the most exciting player in the league? Let us know, and we'll see you courtside for the next chapter.
Which teams would I not want to see in the playoffs? And that's where you brought up the Fever. I think what I've learned in my WNBA experience is pace of play trumps physicality, it trumps size, it can trump experience, because a lot of times when you're experienced, it's really like code word for your veteran.
Forget everything you thought you knew about Caitlin Clark's rise to stardom, because when Sue Bird speaks, the entire basketball world listens. And what she just said about Caitlin, it wasn't just praise, it was a generational stamp of approval.
Buddy, that's why you had to pick Caitlin up full court. Yeah. This is why. The numbers she's putting up now, this is why.
And now she broke the record.
Yeah, everyone was mad about it. I was like, I don't get it. That would be like, I don't even know what it would be like. It'd be like letting Kevin Durant shoot pull-ups all day. It's like, no.
Can't do it, y'all.
Yeah, just, yeah.
She's
I don't know
also
why I picked that
figuring it
example.
out and settling in.
She's definitely figuring it out.
Got a little rest.
Oh, another thing, by the way, I never thought Caitlin wasn't strong. That was actually something I noticed in college. She had a strength about her. Will she get stronger, and will that help her? Yeah.
This is more than basketball. This is game recognizing game. A legacy transcending generations. And tonight, we're diving into exactly why Sue Bird's words hit harder than any stat sheet ever could.
I weren't you afraid or intimidated to use your platform at a time when not a lot of folks were?
To be honest, I was. I think there was a period, I entered the WNBA in 2002. Times were way different if you fast forward to 2016, let's say.
Let's rewind for a second. Sue Bird, 4-time WNBA champion, 5-time EuroLeague champ, and one of the greatest point guards to ever play the game, has spent her life rewriting basketball's rules. Her basketball IQ? Practically a superpower. And now, she's turned her attention to Caitlin Clark, the young phenom out of Iowa known for limitless range and fearless court vision. In a recent deep dive interview, Sue didn't just praise Caitlin, she anointed her. But what makes this endorsement so electrifying? It's not just that Caitlin is talented, she's the future. And when a Hall of Famer says, pay attention, you better believe it's a blueprint for greatness. Bird's words cut through the noise of social media skeptics who argue she hasn't even played a full season yet. But Sue doesn't offer hollow hype. Her legacy is built on decades of seeing the real deal and calling it out. Critics flooded the comments, but she's untested. Let's see her in the playoffs first. But Sue Bird has carried franchises on her back, played through injuries, and faced every kind of doubter. If she sees it in Caitlin, maybe it's time to listen instead of question. Bird didn't stop at praise. She called Caitlin a once-in-a-generation player. She said this wasn't just skill, it was the kind of potential that could set the WNBA ablaze. And that is the ultimate passing of the torch. Sue Bird talking about how Caitlin's game is already evolving under WNBA pressure, pushing the pace, hitting those get-ahead passes, and adjusting to new challenges. And while Sue's words lit up headlines, Caitlin stayed locked in, embracing the challenge, refusing to let up. This is the moment where potential meets opportunity, and Caitlin Clark is here for it. So, what's next for Caitlin Clark? The season is long, and the playoffs are looming. But one thing's for sure, with Sue Bird in her corner, she's not just playing for herself, she's carrying a torch that's been burning bright for decades. Hit that subscribe button and join us as we follow Caitlin Clark's journey, because if Sue Bird believes, you better believe too. This is the new era of basketball, and it's just getting started. Charles Barkley's blunt commentary on the WNBA's investigation surrounding Caitlin Clark's alleged actions was as fiery as it was honest, calling the entire ordeal BS and warning that this kind of manufactured drama not only unfairly tarnishes Clark's reputation but threatens to overshadow the real story. That Caitlin Clark has single-handedly brought a new level of mainstream attention and popularity to the WNBA that the league has never seen before, a surge that even Angel Reese, despite her own magnetic presence and talent, has recognized as an undeniable force. Barkley, of course, didn't shy away from addressing how Angel Reese's provocative social media posts and competitive on-court gestures have also stoked this fire, though he made it clear that Reese's defiance is part of what makes women's basketball so compelling right now, and yet the real problem isn't Reese's trash talk or Clark's brash confidence. It's the fact that social media and sports pundits are twisting this rivalry into something bigger and more divisive, turning what should be a celebration of two generational talents into a narrative about privilege, race, and power in women's sports. Barkley's frustration came through loud and clear as he insisted that "let them play, let them shine" should be the mantra for the league because the numbers don't lie. Clark's arrival has led to record-breaking viewership, jersey sales that are outpacing NBA stars, and sponsorship deals that are rewriting what's possible for women in professional sports. And while Reese has every right to feel overlooked, her insistence that she's just as hungry and talented as Clark is precisely what makes this rivalry electric. But Barkley's concern is that the WNBA, still grappling for cultural legitimacy, might mishandle this moment by turning it into a divisive culture war instead of the golden opportunity it is. He's seen how these narratives play out in the NBA, how controversies can swallow careers, and how racial and gender dynamics can warp a player's image until it no longer resembles the reality of their game. And he doesn't want to see the same fate befall Reese or Clark, especially when every single game they play is must-see TV. Every single highlight is viral gold, and every single post-game quote becomes an instant headline. But that only works if the league understands that these women are bigger than petty beef. They're the future of the sport itself. Barkley's final words were less of a plea and more of a challenge, saying that if the WNBA is serious about growing its brand, then it has to embrace these players, not investigate them, because in this moment, where race, gender, and money all intersect, the real question is whether the WNBA is going to let these two icons define the next era of women's basketball together or tear it apart with unnecessary drama and manufactured outrage, because as Barkley put it so simply and so powerfully, this is about more than one player. It's about the whole league's future, and that future depends entirely on whether the league can let Reese and Clark's fire fuel the game, not burn it down.